Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to game from night to first light. Sorry about that. And today we are playing Mega Man Star Force 3 Red Joker. It has been almost 2 months since the Mega Man Star Force Legacy Collection has come out, and I am still enjoying it. We've already finished Leah, we finished Zerker Saurian. Now we take on the final game of the trilogy, Red Joker, and then we go back through the games we completed to 100% them. So as you can see on the timers, today is the day of Genshin Impact version Luna 7 maintenance. We have 29 days until the Adventures of Elliot Millennium Tales, and just shy of 24 hours until Yoshi and the Mysterious Book comes out. And back to Elliot, they have released the official demo for the game. The demo for the official release, not just the debut demo. And I was able to download it at version 1.0, so we are going to be playing that later this week. And I am definitely getting this game at launch because it is a game that I actually really enjoyed the debut demo of. It's the first game I've actually played with a debut demo and then a regular demo. However, I can't remember if this game is on a game key card or not. I know I pre-ordered the game, and I know I asked at GameStop if it was a game key card or not. So if it is a game key card, I pre-ordered the PS5 version. If not, I did get a Switch 2 version. But either way, we'll find out when it happens. And we are playing the... We are going to be streaming the Switch 2 demo. Though I probably should download the PS5 demo in the event that there is a way to carry over progress. But I digress. Last thing, I have updated the timers ahead of time, so let's just refresh that now. 42 days counting down until the next Genshin Impact maintenance. And you'll notice that the version is a little different because there is a bit of contention as to whether it is going to be version 6.7 or Luna 8, or if they're going to be jumping into version 7.0. So it's just going to stay a big question mark until the final 10 days or so. But the countdown is all the same, 42 days from the last maintenance, which is today. Alright, without further ado, let us get started with Mega Man Star Force 3. I gotta say, this intro music is by far my favorite of the entire series.
Mega Man Star Force 3, Red Joker.
Alright, here we go. It is the year 22XX. Humans have improved their way of living with EM wave technology. However, the world has recently fallen into great peril twice. The first time, Earth was infiltrated by aliens from Planet FM. The second time, the evil scientist Vega tried to take over the Earth with the power of the ancient civilization known as Mu. But twice, a hero came forth to confront the evil. That hero, or shall we say heroes, are the human boy Geostellar and the Ephemian Omegasis, who together form Mega Man. Thanks to Mega Man, the people of Earth have been able to live safely in peace and happiness. Got some new music too for the school. Yes, altering such a vital program is a big deal. Wait a second. Wait. Upgrade? What's gonna happen to me? I'm inside the OS! Hey, kid! You can see the noise. He's in grave danger. No longer are we using the Star Carrier, and the Trancer is in a landfill somewhere. Now we have the Hunter VG. Mobile Terminal OS. Now, if you've been on this channel for a while, you'll know that I have a problem with automatic updates. But an actual class that will help you actually update your devices, like this. This is genuinely a good idea. You know, as long as the update itself is vetted by the teacher, which should be a trained professional. Just to show the class the importance of safely and responsibly updating your devices and not just going through the motions. Okay, I'm starting to remember something. So every time you see a keyword that in a different font color and also see it on this screen. Oh, okay. I was wondering how I was going to be able to get into that. Hunter VG, the name for the latest mobile terminal. In addition to having virus-busting capabilities, it also features a data capture function. Virus. EM bodies which are generally considered harmful by humans, which cause damage to electronic devices and technology. Now, the one problem I have right now already is the fact that once you go to this screen and then press the A button to click on the icon, it doesn't lock this as the main screen, so you can actually continue to read this without holding the L2 button, or ZL for Switch. I'm also still playing the PS5 version of this collection. So once I stop holding the button, it goes back to being a small screen and focuses that on the main screen. What it should do is keep this as the main screen as you read until you exit out of that screen, and then it'll move back to this as the main screen. Taking priority of which screen is being focused on with the current input, because as you can see, at the very least, it locks this screen while you are currently interacting with the previous screen. So I can't press A to continue this dialogue until I close that screen, which is why it should really focus this, as the main screen without me having to hold the L2 button to maintain it like that. Virus busting. The act of deleting EM viruses. So yeah, some of these terms are self-explanatory, so we're just gonna, since we already went through the first 2 games and a bunch of, and the first 3 Mega Man Battle Network games, we're just gonna skip the obvious terms. The upgrade has formatted your data. There it is. So you'll have to re-input everything. At least apparently he gave fair warning ahead of time. A new code name. The pop-up system. There's a massive amount of information in the world. Actually, there's too much information for people to handle. Didn't need to know that. Even names. Bud Bison, Geo's friend who has a voracious appetite, along with a seldom seen caring side. Zach Temple, Geo's friend who's a bookworm and dislikes physical activity. When you need to find something quickly, there's no time to waste, and it's very hard to find what you need in a huge pile of data. The new pop-up system makes finding things much easier. Mary McLovin. Alright, switch to the other screen. ZL to select the pop-up. Are they really just making his mouth move with that sound? Alright. Echo Ridge Elementary School. Our motto is study hard, eat right, sleep tight. Standing in front of an elevator will make choices here. So, essentially this is tying nearly all interactions to the world to this one device. You know, if you played the original games, when you first played them, you didn't think much of all this. But now, given all the technology that's being shoved down our throats and quote-unquote upgraded to be more quote-unquote convenient, you start to realize how dystopian this could become if it was actually implemented. You know, that would have been an excellent thing to lead on. You forgot to mention that. The upgrade deleted your brother bands. The upgrade deleted your brother bands. Again, I understand this is just a plot point, but this is exactly the kind of thing that you should mention before doing a major update on a device. Luna Plant, Gio's friend who, though a bit snobbish, is actually quite kind-hearted. Omegasis, an alien from outer space who is now Gio's wizard. I guess that's what he wants to say. Is it okay if I come out for a bit? It's different now that people can see you. Like, get us to a place where it won't be a problem. So, EM wave saturation in the world has gotten so bad that they can just see Omegasis now. No need for a visualizer or anything else. So we can access the menu this way, but it's much faster, just press the X button. Now, you can see, when you hit the X button, this becomes the primary screen. When you go to keyword, it also becomes the primary screen. It just doesn't become the primary screen during that cutscene, when you actually see the term for the first time in a cutscene, which is bizarre. Alright, let's take a look. We got cannons, plasma gun, air spread. We don't have favorites anymore. Instead, we have a def card. I think that's similar to the regular chip that Battle Network games had. So let's see. Oh, we got new We got new cards. Beast Slap. Mega Slash is at a 3x2 panels in front of you. Divide Line. Change row in front of you into holes for 3 turns. Adds new meta to fighting the Metena viruses. But the caveat of having these new cards is that our recovery chips get limited to just 2. And we got 6 extra slots. And noise cards are a thing. You have an earthworm named James? I'm glad we update our mobile devices to Hunter VGs. They seem really useful. They don't call them star carriers anymore. Oh, right, purpose. Keep the peace in Echo Ridge. They know about the wave roads now. Okay, cybercores. That's a new term. At the center of all electronics are cybercores, which are basically the heart and brains of electronic devices and support their functions. Cybercores make it possible for us to have electronic devices, but we must be careful. Viruses can sometimes infect the cores and attack without warning, causing electronics to go out of control. So it's kind of like comp spaces from Star Force 1 and just simple wave spaces from Star Force 2. I agree with this wizard. Having a grass stage card with a bunch of fire element cards would definitely help. Okay, 100% on the test. Okay. So it actually prioritizes this screen now. However, if I press L2 and then move away, I can force cancel the whole menu. So I don't have to... I could just press the B button, but it's still nice that they made this an option. Alright, let's focus. Focus. Spending too much time going through the user interface, since this used to be a DS game. But yes, given that this was a DS game, I'll say that they did their best putting a new UI together that isn't absolutely infuriating, or just impossible to manage. Wizard on. Thanks to the recent advancements in wave technology, I've become a wizard. Which is basically an EM body that's integrated into the mobile terminal. Yeah, of course I know that much. You and the Hunter VG are intimately linked together. Exactly! So if you make a change to the system, then you change me too. Do you think it feels nice to have a ton? Do you think it feels nice to have a ton of data shoved down your gullet? It was terrible. That don't feel so good all of a sudden. Try it on your visualizer since EM wave technology is advanced. Kelvin Stellar, Gio's father, he went missing after an accident in space 3 years ago. It's been 3 years. So this is really absurd. It was 3 years ago in Star Force 1. That was when we had transfers. Then summer vacation happened. We got a star carrier. Just chuck the transfer into a landfill. That was Star Force 2. Then now we are in Star Force 3. Summer vacation is over, and we have upgraded our mobile device. So I'm guessing we chucked the star carrier as well. After, what, only a few months of using it? And now we have the Hunter VG. How are we going through a bunch of different device types in less than half a year? Seriously. Okay, so they've made an improvement to the visualizer, if you want to call it that. Now, the visualizer literally locks in on EM bodies. You don't get to see the real world, actual people and EM bodies, only one at a time. You can kind of see people, but it's pretty difficult. Just be really careful when walking around with the visualizer on. Well, we don't have to say browse anymore. Oh, lovely. Normally EM bodies can enter cybercores, but some cybercores are access restricted because of maintenance, etc. So at least there's some level of security. Some level of sensible security. I'm starting to think the virus has got an intelligent boost as well. Transcend, not Pulsin anymore? Oh, it's to enter the cybercore. Okay. So about EM wave changes. Until now, we could only EM wave change in certain areas. But thanks to the recent advancements in EM wave technology, we can do it anywhere. Really? Cool. Just cool? Are you even paying attention? Whatever. For now, let's just do this thing. Time to EM wave change into Mega Man. Oh wait, there's one more thing. Take a look at that. That's the wave station that controls all the EM waves for the school. A system that manages EM technology over a wide area. They also function as information services for the general public. As Mega Man, we can enter the wave road with it. It's not working, Mega. I even yelled and everything. Man, this is so embarrassing. That's really strange. Yelling makes everything work. There's a message coming through the hunter. EM wave change detected. Satella police accessing. Authenticating. What the heck? Yep, you got tagged. This seems pretty serious. We in trouble? Authentication complete. Registering Geostellar and Omega Sys. EM wave change ID 003. Yep, you got tagged. ID card issued. Authentication code. Mega Man. Code verified. Upon EM wave change, authentication code is now required. What was that? It looks like we were registered with the Satella police. A organization set up to crack down on sophisticated EM crimes. The elite group is made up of top specialists from every field. And that we won't be able to EM wave change so easily anymore. I'm not really sure, but it seems like we need to use code Mega Man when we EM wave change. Don't worry about it too much for now, okay? Let's do this thing. Use the R button to EM wave change. Then enter the wave road through the wave station. So now we are basically linked to the identity Mega Man.
Transcode Mega Man!
Noise presence. This will be important later. Alright, we're all set. Weird. Does I look a little different to you? Now that you mention it. Maybe it's because your mobile terminal turned into a Hunter VG. Don't worry about the little things, kid. Let's go delete those viruses. Yeah, you'd think you noticed that you are no longer a head on his hand. When the access pop-up appears, select it with the cursor to trans into the cybercore. So everything seems a lot more regulated now. Access denied. Alright, we're gonna do the tutorial for this one, because there's going to be some significant changes to the battles now. Alright, let's go over how to wave battle. We'll start with the custom screen. This is the custom screen. 6 cards are randomly selected from the 30 cards that are in your folder and then displayed here. Then you select cards to use from those 6. Using a card won't make it disappear forever, so don't be scared to use them. However, you can't just use all the cards on the custom screen. There are rules that decide which cards you can use in combination. Rule number 1. Cards in the same column can be selected together. It doesn't matter if they are not lined up exactly straight. And that alignment thing is what makes the Star Force 3 battle system so unique. And it will come into effect later. As long as they're in the same column. Rule number 2. 3 cards in the same row can be picked together. Alright. It doesn't matter if they're not lined up exactly straight, as long as they're in the same row. Rule number 3. Did I say 2 or 3? Cards that have the same name can be picked together, regardless of their position. Can you see cards on the screen that are white? White cards are very useful. They can be paired with any card on the screen. None of the previous 3 rules apply to them. Got it. What if I don't know what a card does? There's a description, right? How do I access it? You can use the R button or the Y button to see card descriptions. Okay, think about that about sums up the custom screen. Try to select more than 2 cards, okay? Press the OK button now. Finally, it's battling time. Wipe out those bad guys. Oh, but before that, in the bottom left are the cards you selected in the custom screen in the order that you select them. And to the right is the name and attack power of the card you can currently use. You can use battle cards by pressing the A button. Holding down the B button will fire the Mega Buster continuously, without delay. A for battle cards, B for the Mega Buster. Got it. And that's my HP up in the top left, right? Some things never change. Correctamundo. And it's game over for us if it drops to 0. The gauge in the top right is called the custom gauge. The custom gauge fills up as time passes. Once the custom gauge is full, you can return to the custom screen by pressing the L or R buttons. So even if I use all 6 of my cards, I can get more from the custom screen. Yeah, until you use all 30. Exactly. You all set, kid? Time for some practice.
Prepare yourself.
How's this? Have some of this.
Show them who's number 1.
Huh. I wasn't able to get a counter. Alright, next up, I'll cover how to lock on and Mega Attack. Select 2 sword type cards, will ya? You ready? Good. It's explanation time. The Mega Attack is a combination attack between you and I. Yeah, I remember. First I press the D-pad down, or use the left stick in this case. Then I switch to lock-on mode. Right. Pressing that switches you into lock-on mode. This will make arrows appear and point in 3 directions. If you see the arrows, then you are in lock-on mode. So, while in lock-on mode, a round sight will appear on any enemies directly or diagonally in front of you. That's called a lock-on sight. Try using a sword once a lock-on sight appears. We'll rush right up to the enemy and attack it thanks to my awesome speed. First, press the D-pad down. When a round sight appears, press the A button. Got it.
Oh-ho! Bring it on! Goodbye!
There we go.
I was just getting started.
That's the counter I was looking for. Up next, I'll explain about countering and bonus cards. If you land a card attack on an enemy just as they're about to attack, that's a counter. That'll catch them off guard, paralyzing them for a moment. You'll also receive a bonus card for doing so. Usually, you can only use cards selected on the custom screen, but if you land a counter, then you'll be rewarded with a bonus card. Bonus cards are chosen from your card folder at random, even if you've already used the card. So say you have 3 air spread cards already selected. If you hit one of these Metana and get a counter, you have the chance of getting another air spread card, even though you already have all 3 and you just used one. It's an interesting little thing, and I'm wondering if you can do that in Star Force 3 as well. I'll remember these little things as I go, but I've tested it, and it actually happened on stream when I was doing Star Force 1. Even so, they're great. They're great because you don't have to wait for the custom gauge before going buck wild on an enemy. But you can't get another bonus card if you pull off a counter with a bonus card. Countering is pretty hard to pull off. So that actually makes sense. So even if you end up with a 4th air spread card after countering with 3 air spreads, it actually marks that extra air spread as a bonus card rather than just a normal card. Alright, countering is pretty hard to pull off, so you should work on your timing a bit. Try to use a bonus card to delete all the enemies in one turn. I want to say understood, but it's been a while since I last battled. It might take a little bit for it to all come back to me. Agreed. Why does it feel like I've heard that before? Oh well, just this once I'll help you out with the timing. Just this once, you hear? I can't focus on the battle if I'm trying to tell you what to do all the time. Yeah, so this is how I'll help you with the counter timing. I'll stick an arrow on top of the head of enemies that can be countered. You'll achieve a counter if you hit an enemy while the arrow's over its head. There are battle cards that hit the enemy right away, but there are also ones that take more time to hit the enemy. So do your best to make battle cards hit the enemy while the arrow is still over its head. Alright.
You won't be getting out of this in one piece.
Have some of this. Okay.
Goodbye. We showed them who's number 1.
Excellent. It allowed me to hover over it, but it wouldn't let me click it. Battle card Longsword was downloaded into Mega Man's Hunter VG. Wait. Looks like you got yourself a battle card, kid. Well, let's put it in your folder and try it out in battle. Wait a minute. They really just handed me swords, wide swords, and long swords. Alright. Now we're getting into the alignment variants I was talking about before. As you can see, we cannot... Another rule that wasn't mentioned is that we cannot select cards that are overlapping each other. So, we can select these 3 that are on top. We can only select what's on top. Since this is under this is under this, and this is under this, we can't really select them to actually use them as they are. However, we can use this. Actually, we can use support use, which will allow us to convert these cards into a new effect. Non-elemental card support use is Area Eater. Or we can use single use. So we can use them, but it's the only card we can use. It has its uses, but at the same time, it has its downsides. So, for this, we'll take this. We'll take Barrier and use support use as Area Eater. Then we'll take this.
Here they come. Area Eater.
Have some of this.
Area Eater.
Have some of this.
Come on, I was just getting started.
I kind of like the original voice saying Area Eater, though. Alright, we got Grand Wave. Wait, what? Now? Wow, you chose the worst time to show up.
All right, let's clear them out. Goodbye.
Go.
Ha!
There's something I want to try. All right. The stars aligned. Galaxy Advance. Giant Axe.
Goodbye.
That's what you get for underestimating me.
After 2 Star Force games without them, they brought back the program Advance from Battle Network as Galaxy Advance is in Star Force 3. And we actually start off with a Galaxy Advance. Something that you would just kill for in Battle Network. Because they give you the sword, they give you the wide sword, but you have to search for the long sword. You have to actively looking for it. Actively be looking for it. Alright. There's definitely a lot more variance in the shapes of the cores that we go through.
Oh-ho! Bring it on!
Take this.
Wasn't even a contest.
Again? Alright, when I get a warning I can't pick up data. Okay. Illic Elemental card support uses Paralyze Plus.
Here I go.
Wait. They don't try to take turns anymore? They just attack all at once.
Started.
That's what made dealing with the Matena manageable. Alright, this is about to get interesting.
I'm ready to fight. That's what you get.
Alright,
for
so the big
underestimating me.
ones don't follow those rules. Alright, here we go. It's the message to all Echo Ridge Elementary students. Recently, viruses have been seen in the real world outside of cyber cores, where they're known for causing damage. Anyone who sees a virus, especially students who are not used to battling, should keep a safe distance.
You won't be getting out of this in one piece. Goodbye. You're done for.
All according to plan.
I feel like the inspiration for Wizards, it is a blend. It actually came from a derivative of the matter wave technology. Seems like it. Up until now, EM beings couldn't be seen without something like my visualizer. However, thanks to EM technology advancements, even normal people can see and touch EM beings. In short, a wizard is a materialized EM being. Yep, definitely has something to do with matter waves. Interesting. A wizard usually works intimately together with a hunter. Just like you, Mega. Yeah, I guess. Wizards have been getting really popular lately. Just about every person has one. Recently, wizards managed the running of machines, have been gaining popularity as well. So I was able to become fully materialized thanks to the improvement of EM wave technology and the development of wizards. It was such a pain in the butt not being visible to normal humans. Wow.
No need, I think we're good. Just gonna keep it simple. Link power is still a thing.
Transcode! Mega Man! Let's make this quick! How's this? Have some of this! All right! That was great! Mega, let's go all out!
Goodbye!
That's what you get for underestimating me!
You won't be getting out of this in one piece.
Got you!
You're done for.
How's this? How's this?
We showed them who's number one. Show them what you've got, Geo. You're done.
Never let your guard down!
Aha! Bring it on!
All according to plan.
You better prepare yourself.
That's what you get for underestimating me! Transcode! Mega Man!
You better prepare yourself. You're Come on, I was just getting started.
Transcode! Mega Man! I'm counting on you, Mega!
You're done
That's what you get for underestimating me! I'm counting on you, Mega! All according to plan.
Yep, we got tagged. They already sent agents to the school. Alright, while it might be a bit on the short side, we're going to stop right here for today. Thank you so much to everyone who came to watch this stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll be notified of the next Mega Man Star Force 3 stream, and we will definitely be ramping it up in the next one. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.